U.S. Space Force has chosen Firefly and the Millennium Space for a rapid launch demonstration. The businesses will carry out a tactically responsive space (TACRS) mission as part of a larger initiative by the U.S. Space Force to shorten the turnaround time for sending payloads to orbit after Millennium Space was chosen for the U.S. Space Force rapid launch demonstration on October 1, 2022. Firefly and Millennium won contracts for the TACRS-3 mission, a space domain awareness small satellite projected to launch in 2023. The companies received task orders under the Space Force Orbital Services Program (OSP-4), an indefinite delivery, indefinite quantity (IDIQ) contract for rapid acquisition of launch services. The delivery of the space and ground systems will be handled by Millennium, while launch services will be handled by Firefly. The contract also covers the ground segment, on-orbit operations, space vehicle integration, sensor payload, and spacecraft bus. The Space Systems Command stated that, both contract operations are important to the end-to-end operational demonstration. The task order's dollar worth was kept secret by the leadership. The disposable Alpha small satellite launcher is run by Firefly Space Transport Services, a division of Firefly Aerospace, while small satellites are made in El Segundo, California, by Millennium Space Systems, a division of the Boeing Company. Just a few hours before Firefly's Alpha launched 3 tiny satellites into low Earth orbit from Vandenberg Space Force Base in California late on October 1. The Space Force made a statement regarding the TACRS contract. At 3:01 a.m. Eastern, the Alpha rocket was launched from Space Launch Complex 2 at Vandenberg Space Force Base. The upper stage of the rocket entered orbit over 8 minutes later. About 1 hour and 45 minutes after liftoff, the upper stage performed a circularization burn, deployed its payloads, and Firefly proclaimed 100% mission success. On September 11, 2022, Firefly made its initial effort to launch Alpha. 1 minute prior to the planned launch, which would have marked the beginning of a 4-hour timeframe, controllers stopped the countdown. Firefly later claimed that the launch was finally scrubbed due to a shortage of helium that was needed to pressurize tanks in the rocket's second stage. The Alpha launch vehicle, which Firefly has been working on, attempted its first orbital launch in September. The rocket's first stage's 4 engines all failed seconds after takeoff, preventing the craft from entering orbit. However, after Noosphere, a company owned by Ukrainian entrepreneur Max Polyakov, announced it would sell its roughly 50% stake in Firefly at the request of the Committee on Foreign Investment in the United States, the company halted work at Vandenberg Space Force Base in California for a second launch in December. CFIUS. The AEI agreement, according to Polyakov, provides a clear road for Firefly to achieve sustained success, and Noosphere paid back, provides a clear road for Firefly to achieve sustained success, in the launch firm, he added in the release. Firefly got ready for a second Alpha launch from Vandenberg in the second quarter of the year once the transaction was finalized. The corporation then finished testing the Alpha vehicle's 2 stages at its Texas test facility before transporting it to Vandenberg. In a video played during a session of the Satellite 2022 conference on March 21, Marcusic said, "We did learn a lot from the first flight, rectified the small difficulties, and are ready to get back to the launch pad." He claimed that although the second flight saw both the vehicle and the team perform flawlessly on the first attempt, the first Alpha vehicle required 18 tests to get it totally working.